9.82 seconds in the 100-meter dash. That is a performance that I never thought I would associate with a high school track and field athlete.
The track and field world has been left in complete shock after 18-year-old Braden Williams broke the national high school record in the 100 meters with an astounding time of 9.82 seconds at the Class 6A Region 2 meet in Texas. This extraordinary performance has not only rewritten the record books but has redefined what's possible for high school sprinters across America. The moment Braden Williams' time showed on the scoreboard, the crowd went wild. People couldn't believe what they had just seen. His 9.82-second run in the 100 meters was faster than the winning time at the 2023 World Championships, where Noah Lyles won with 9.83 seconds. For years, breaking 10 seconds seemed impossible for high schoolers. The closest anyone came was 10.00 seconds by Trentavis Friday in 2014. Since then, only two others ran under 10.1. Williams' run shows just how far high school athletes have come. Then came Christian Miller, a sprinter from Creekside High School in northern Florida, who changed everything on April 20th, 2024. At the Pure Athletics Elite Invitational, Miller shocked the world by running 9.93 seconds under legal conditions, becoming the first high school athlete in history to break the 10-second barrier. This performance was considered revolutionary at the time, a mark that many thought would stand for years, if not decades.
And there they go, clean start. Braden Williams with the start we expected, and Dylan Mitchell as well. And it looks like Braden Williams is going to get that 9.9.
Miller's amazing year didn't stop with one fast race. He broke 10 seconds two more times in 2024. In his final 100-meter race of the year, he ran 9.98 seconds at the U.S. Olympic trials, just missing the Olympic team by finishing 5th. His times changed what people thought high school sprinters could do. He now ranks second all-time among junior athletes under 20, just behind Letziel Tobogo's 9.91 from 2022. After his record-breaking high school run, Miller made a big move. Even though he signed with the University of Georgia, he skipped college sports and went pro with a PUMA deal, the same brand that backs sprint legend Usain Bolt. Miller said it best. "Last year, I was trying to be one of the best sprinters in high school. Now, I'm trying to be the best in the world." His 25th professional season has already started impressively. At a recent season opener in Florida, Miller ran 10.02 seconds, defeating established professional and Sha'Carri Richardson's boyfriend, Christian Coleman, who ran 10.06, and finishing behind only Olympian Courtney Lindsay, who won with a time of 9.97 seconds. But just when Miller's 9.93 seemed untouchable, Braden Williams has completely shattered that mark with his 9.82-second run, a full 0.11 seconds faster, which represents an enormous margin in sprint events where championships are often decided by mere hundredths of a second. However, there's one big catch to Williams' amazing run. The wind during his race was measured at plus 6.0 meters per second, way above the legal limit of plus 2.0 meters per second for records. One commentator even called it basically a typhoon kind of tailwind. Because of that strong wind, his 9.82 time won't count as the official national record, though it does stand as the fastest ever under any conditions by a high schooler. Still, experts say if the wind had been legal, his time could have been around 9.96 seconds with no wind, or 9.88 seconds with the max legal tailwind. These wind-adjusted times aren't exact, but they show that even with normal conditions, Williams likely would have run under 10 seconds. A huge deal for an 18-year-old. Interestingly, this isn't Williams' first venture into sub-10 territory in 2025. Just 1 month before his 9.82 performance, he clocked 9.99 seconds, though again with a slightly illegal wind reading of plus 2.6 meters per second. This pattern of spectacular performances with wind readings just over the legal limit has become a frustrating trend in junior sprinting this year. In Australia, 17-year-old Gout Gout has broken both the 10-second and 20-second barriers, but each time the wind was just over the legal limit. As one commentator said, "Dear wind, please chill out." Because while the times are amazing, a legal mark would make them record-worthy. Though Braden Williams' 9.82 is the fastest high school time ever, the fastest wind-dated junior time belongs to Trayvon Brommel, who ran 9.77 with a plus 4.2 meters per second wind in 2014. A month later, he backed it up with a wine-legal 9.97 to win the NCAA title, becoming the first junior to officially break 10 seconds. This historical precedent gives hope that Williams, like Brommel before him, might soon translate his wind-assisted performance into a legal sub-10 clocking. If he can achieve anything close to his 9.82 under legal conditions in the coming weeks, he would not only secure the official high school record, but also establish himself as one of the world's premier sprinters regardless of age. The broader context of these remarkable junior performances suggests we may be witnessing a new era in sprinting development, with athletes like Williams, Miller, and Australia's Gout all demonstrating the capability to break both the 10-second barrier in the 100 meters and the 20-second barrier in the 200 meters as teenagers. The future of sprinting looks exceptionally promising. For Williams, the immediate question is whether he can replicate his performance under legal wind conditions. For track fans, the hope is that the coming weeks will provide the perfect conditions for these young phenoms to register their astonishing times in the official record books. As the high school championship season progresses, all eyes will be on Williams to see if he can officially claim the title of fastest high school sprinter in history. The progression of the high school 100-meter record tells a compelling story of how human performance continues to evolve, from Trentavis Friday's 10.00 in 2014 to Miller's breakthrough 9.93 in 2024 to Williams' wind-dated 9.82 in 2025. We are witnessing the rapid redefinition of what teenage sprinters can achieve. Each generation seems to push the boundaries further, challenging long-held assumptions about physical development and performance capabilities. As Williams continues his high school season and Miller embarks on his professional journey, their performances serve as inspiration for the next generation of sprinters. What once seemed impossible, a high school athlete breaking 10 seconds, has now happened multiple times. And with Williams' latest performance, even the sub 9.9 barrier suddenly seems within reach for elite high school talent. Australian sprint phenom Gout Gout has sent shockwaves through the athletics world with a stunning announcement about his Olympic ambitions that shocked fans and competitors alike. The 17-year-old sensation revealed he's not just targeting the upcoming 2028 Los Angeles Olympics, but has set his sights on creating a historic legacy at the 2032 Brisbane Games. A declaration that six-time world champion Noah Lyles described as a perfect storm brewing for the teenage superstar. Speaking candidly on the Beyond the Records podcast alongside Lyles and American hurdler Grant Holloway, Gout made his intentions crystal clear. That's the end goal for sure, so pretty much like running there, and obviously LA, which is in 2028, so your hometown or not, your home country. So looking forward to that. And obviously, I'll be aiming to head there, and World Championships this year in Tokyo. I got the qualifier, obviously, so I'm aiming to be there as well. And 2032 Olympics, yeah, that's where I'm at for sure.
No cooking? Just grab a Huel instead.
These Huels taste so good, I would compare it to a milkshake.
It's like one of my favorite cheat meals. Bonus, they're even low in sugar.
Huel is a budget-friendly meal under $5. You got to get on this, bro.
I'm here for it.
This podcast is sponsored by Huel.
Spelled Huel, the world's leading complete nutrition brand.
Head to Huel.com to place your first order.
This bold declaration comes as the teenager prepares to defend his national title in the under-20 100 meters at the 2025 Australian Open and under-20 Athletics Championships in Perth this week, where he'll also step up to compete against seniors in the men's 200 meters. The competition represents another critical step in Gout's meteoric rise through the ranks of global sprinting, having already established himself as one of the most promising talents the sport has seen in decades.
And now we really start to open him up. So let the legs loose and let the kid run. He is absolutely gone. He is Gout of this world.
What makes Gout's Olympic ambitions particularly remarkable is the trajectory he's on. At just 17, he already holds the 200-meter sprint record for his age group, clocking an astonishing 20.04 seconds at the 2024 Australian All-Schools Athletics Championship, a time that shattered Usain Bolt's previous age group record of 20.13 seconds set in 2003. More recently, Gout sent jaws dropping with a wind-assisted 19.98 seconds in the 200 meters at the Queensland State Championships on March 17th, signaling his potential to break the 20-second barrier legitimately in the near future. The timing of Gout's Olympic declaration is particularly significant, given that the 2032 Games will be held in Brisbane, Australia, his home country. By then, Gout will be approaching his 24th birthday, and theoretically entering his prime as a sprinter. As Lyles pointed out during their podcast conversation, this creates a perfect storm scenario where Gout could potentially become the face of the Games in front of a home crowd, similar to how Kathy Freeman electrified Australia during the 2000 Sydney Olympics. But what truly stunned listeners was Gout's refusal to simply accept comparisons to Bolt, the 8-time Olympic gold medalist whose shadow looms large over any emerging sprint talent. Instead, the teenager expressed his desire to forge his legendary path. "I'm trying to be the next Gout Gout, and being compared to Usain Bolt is amazing." Everyone wants to be the next star, basically, and Usain Bolt's the best sprinter, the best athlete, so being compared to him is great. But then, I'm Gout Gout, so I want to be able to make my name as big as his name, and obviously, people younger than me would be like, "You're going to be the next Gout Gout." So yeah, I want to be like that.
My dream is I want to be one of the best athletes Australia has ever seen.
This statement of intent reveals a maturity and ambition rarely seen in athletes so young, especially considering the pressure that comes with being labeled the next Usain Bolt. Rather than being overwhelmed by such comparisons, Gout is embracing them while simultaneously crafting his own identity and legacy, a delicate balance that many prodigies struggle to achieve. Lyles, who at 27 is already a 6-time world champion, Olympic gold medalist, and the third fastest man ever with a 19.31 second personal best in the 200 meters, acknowledged the potential changing of the guard that could occur over the next 7 years. The American sprinter humorously mentioned he might be on his way out by the time the 2032 Olympics roll around, when he'll be approaching 35 years old. Similarly, Holloway joked, "I won't be there, I'll be in the stands," acknowledging that he too will be 35 when Brisbane hosts the Games. In the immediate future, all eyes will be on Gout at the Australian Championships in Perth, where he enters as the favorite in the U20 men's 100 meters on April 10th. 3 days later, he'll face a rematch with Lachlan Kennedy in the men's 200 meters, the same competitor who narrowly edged him out at the Morey Plant meet in late March in what was Gout's first senior competition. That narrow defeat has only fueled the teenager's determination to prove himself against more experienced rivals. The athletics world is already excited about the potential showdown between Gout and Lyles at the 2028 Los Angeles Olympics, which would pit the established champion against the rising star in what could be one of the most anticipated sprint duels in Olympic history. By then, Gout will be 20 years old and likely much closer to his peak abilities, while Lyles will be 31, still within the typical prime years for male sprinters. Gout's ambitious timeline also includes this year's World Championships in Tokyo, for which he has already secured qualification. This represents an extraordinary achievement for a 17-year-old and provides him with invaluable experience on the global stage before his planned Olympic debut. What sets Gout apart from many teenage phenoms is not just his incredible times, but his consistent improvement. After opening his 2025 season in February in Brisbane, he has continued to lower his marks, suggesting that his ceiling might be even higher than initially projected. His personal best of 10.17 seconds in the 100 meters also indicates his versatility across sprint distances, a hallmark of truly exceptional track talents. As the countdown continues toward the 2028 and 2032 Olympics, the pressure on Gout will undoubtedly intensify. However, If his composed response to his rapid rise to fame is any indication, the Australian teenager appears well equipped to handle the expectations. His focus now shifts to the championships in Perth, where he'll aim to add more national titles to his growing collection and continue his remarkable journey toward Olympic glory. What do you think about Gout Gout's bold Olympic plans? Can the 17-year-old Australian superstar live up to the immense expectations and create a legacy that rivals or even surpasses Usain Bolt's? And how might his rivalry with Noah Lyles develop over the next few years leading up to the Los Angeles Olympics? The sprint world watches with bated breath as this extraordinary talent blazes his trail toward what could be a historic dual Olympic campaign.
We might be under 52 here. I mean, she's jogging. Let's just be real here. She doesn't have to push that hard, but she is in a class of her own. It's not, oh, she's not quite sub 52.
Sydney McLaughlin-Levrone just turned the athletics world upside down with a performance that left everyone in disbelief. Fans and competitors alike are still in shock after what she pulled off at the inaugural Grand Slam track event in Kingston, Jamaica. The four-time Olympic gold medalist stunned the crowd with a world-leading 52.76 seconds to win the 400-meter hurdles on Friday. As if that wasn't enough, she returned on Sunday to dominate the flat 400 meters, finishing in 50.32 seconds. It was an unexpected, and the athletics world will never be the same. This remarkable achievement earned McLaughlin-Levrone the title of Kingston Slam champion in the long hurdles category and the $100,000 77,610 pounds top prize, establishing her dominance in this innovative new competition format. What makes her victory particularly impressive is the margins of her wins: 1.77 seconds in the 400-meter hurdles and 1.83 seconds in the flat 400-meter, gaps that demonstrate her unparalleled supremacy in both disciplines. Obviously, that first one always hurts, but I'm happy to be here. Great experience, McLaughlin-Levrone told broadcasters in her characteristically understated manner after Friday's race, giving no indication of the dominant performance that would follow on Sunday. Her composed demeanor belied the historic nature of what she had just accomplished, establishing herself as the athlete to beat in both the 400-meter hurdles and the flat 400-meter.
It was amazing. I mean, to be able to walk into a stadium you've never been in and just have so much love, it just makes it really fun to run and want to put on a show.
Will you come back to Jamaica in the future and race?
I hope so. It was a great experience. Absolutely.
The Grand Slam Track Series, the brainchild of track legend Michael Johnson, represents a revolutionary approach to athletics competition. The format brings together the world's fastest athletes for 4 3-day events each year, with competitors racing in 2 related events across the 3 days. Their combined results determine the champion in each category, with substantial prize money on offer. The categories include short sprints, 100 meters and 200 meters, short hurdles, long sprints, 200 meters and 400 meters, long hurdles, 400 meters hurdles and 400 meters, short distance, 800 meters and 1,500 meters, and long distance, 3,000 meters and 5,000 meters. In the women's 400-meter hurdles on Friday, McLaughlin-Levrone faced her longtime rival, Olympic gold medalist Dalilah Muhammad, who finished second with a time of 54.59 seconds. Home favorite Russell Clayton rounded out the podium, crossing the finish line in 55.02 seconds. Sunday's flat 400 meters produced a similar result, with McLaughlin-Levrone pulling away from the field to secure her sweep and the championship. McLaughlin-Levrone's achievement is even more remarkable because she intends to continue pushing boundaries throughout the Grand Slam track season. She revealed that she's looking at switching to the 100 meters and 100 meters hurdles for the Philadelphia event, May 30th to June 1st, and possibly the 200 meters and 400 meters for Los Angeles, June 27th to 29th. This versatility across sprint distances showcases her extraordinary athletic range and raises tantalizing questions about what records might fall next. As for her plans for September's World Championships, McLaughlin-Levrone is keeping her options open, stating that she'll make a decision later this season whether to focus on the 400-meter hurdles or the flat 400-meter. This strategic approach highlights her confidence in her abilities across multiple disciplines and suggests that fans may witness even more history-making performances in the months ahead. But wait, there is more. McLaughlin-Levrone wasn't the only American to make a statement in Kingston. Melissa Jefferson Wooden completed a sweep of the short sprints, adding the 200 meters, 23.46 seconds into a significant 4.7 meters per second headwind to her 100-meter win from Saturday.
I stepped up on the scene last year.
Jefferson Wooden said,
People kind of, remember who I was, but now this year I'm going into it with a statement and just saying, like, hey, I'm here. You can count me out if you want, but I'm still going to be here no matter what you may think of me.